Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Big Tahunga Canyon Road. These one takes have been going very well, and we have lots more to do. Sometimes we're going to overlap a little bit and do different versions of the same car just because it's a big world out there. It's important we explore a lot of it. So this is Rostam, and this is his Jetta GLI. This one's a stick, unlike the dual clutch one we did earlier, and we got to give Rostam some props because I got up here this morning nice and early after coming home from Germany very late last night, and I realized that I didn't have a memory card, and he went and bought me one, which so he gets points because without him we wouldn't have these videos today. So thank you, sir.
No problem.
Tell me about your car.
Well, I got it last year, and it's the first car that I've had that's actually like new. And I wanted to build it nice, build it right. So I went out and got all the work done nicely and professionally, and it came out to this. I've done limited slip diff, which not much. Good idea. Yeah, not many people have that on a Volkswagen, and I've done a KO4 turbo, which is a little more bump and power, and good suspension setup really goes a long way.
And the HRE Flowform FF01s, which is the same wheel I have in my Corvette. Is this a short shifter as well?
Yeah, that's a new speed.
Oh, how about that? Little short shifter, because I don't love Volkswagen's factory shifter.
Yeah,
I don't know about
they're really long.
A bit, all right. And you said you have some suspension mods as well, huh?
Just Blistein coilovers.
Bilstein.
All right.
Blistein. All right. Well, let's see what she's got, huh?
All right.
Ooh, whoa, holy power, Batman. Let's go windows up here. Big Tahunga's a little bumpier than Angela's Crest, but we had to hide from the police today, who yelled at everyone for not having front plates. All right, so the suspension is actually soaking up these little imperfections really nice. Wow, the short shifter, huge difference over stock. Can we get a little bit of AC? Yeah. A little ventilation going? It rides good. Let's see, let's huck it in. What kind of tires do you have here?
Pilot Super Sport.
Ah, my man. My favorite tire.
Mine too.
Oh, this is very nice. Okay. Here's flat, third gear. Okay. How much power do you think you're putting down?
On paper, it's supposed to be 360 crank horsepower.
Okay.
And 349 foot-pounds of torque.
Wow.
But I'm sure it's a little lower than that. It doesn't feel as quick as it should.
I'm not sure you're making like a 300 wheel, but it does feel powerful, and I have to give you points on your suspension setup. Whoever dialed this in, you've managed to find a good ride height, handling, ride quality combo.
Yeah, it's been corner balanced, so it really helps.
Yeah. This is good. The steering feel is really nice. The shifter feels good. And it really, I mean, there's a lot of little imperfections in the road. Really not upsetting the car at all.
Yeah, it's a
Wow, the shifter makes such a big difference, dude. Good job.
Yeah, I'm about done with this car too.
So this car has 60,000 miles on it. Yeah, well, you know what? The interesting thing about tuning is sometimes you got to know when to stop.
Right.
You know, because when you tune a car, it's a compromise, right? If you go a stiffer suspension or a sportier suspension, you might compromise some ride quality. You put a bigger turbo, you might compromise your fuel economy. And this is your daily driver, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I definitely understand. Ooh, big trucks. I definitely understand, you know, where you definitely want to know where to stop. The clutch is really nice and
tight.
Nice and tight, but not too heavy. Look at this. No torque steer.
That's where.
There you go.
That's where she shines.
Full throttle, straight. No torque steer. That's what's up right there. Is there a stock exhaust on this car?
It has a Unitronics 3-inch catback and SPM downpipe with a high flow cap.
I'll tell you something. It's quiet.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
It's not loud at all. Is it loud outside and I just can't hear it?
Yeah, I recently dynamatted the car a bit.
Good job.
Yeah, because
it's good in here. And the FF01s complement this car very nicely.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you could take the same wheel and put it on this car and then put it on my Corvette, and it doesn't look stupid on one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I took a gamble on those wheels, and they actually came out really nice.
They look great. Yeah. Wow, this car. What? Well, he was on the other side. So it's busy up here today, which is a bummer for us because we can't be as full out as we'd like to be, but. For getting a little taste of your Jetta, I'm impressed. I like it better than the last one we drove. The last one was good, and it made good power, and it was a nice car. But he had it really low, and so we had some rub, and it also was stiffer than this car. It seems like you've actually found the right combination to balance it out. You know,
right?
It's good.
Yeah, I was actually kind of worried about the rubbing issue, but
do you think does it rub ever?
It used to, but I got smaller spacers to clear the big brake kit.
It works. Oh, you have a big brake kit.
Yeah, I have a Audi TTRS kit.
This is a bad place to stop and try and. All right, behind us is a blind corner. I don't want to pull into that. We'll find another U-turn. Yeah. Oh, okay, the big brake kit. You've done this right, haven't you? You balance the power, the suspension, and the tires, and it's good. Oh, here's a good place to U-turn. I really like the action on the heel towing. It's like when I go to get it into that gear and I release the clutch, it's like at exactly the right place. All right, second gear, right off the line. 2,000, 3,000, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It's not screaming fast, but it's got a really good tug to it.
Yeah, it really does.
This is a good car. And as we said in the other video, the GLI is different from other Jettas because it has the suspension architecture in the rear from the GTI. So I can't remember if the regular one is trailing arm and then this one is coilover, or I don't remember the exact geometry differences, but in a standard Jetta, you don't get even the architecture of the rear suspension that you get in the GLI.
That I didn't know, actually.
Yeah, it's a completely different architecture. Oh, transit van. So, how do you enjoy this multimedia system in your car now that we're stuck behind a transit van? Because I always have a problem with Volkswagen's MMI.
It's all right. The screen could be a little bigger.
It could. It's a little small, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have no complaints.
But it works?
Yeah, it works for the most part.
Oh, thank you, sir. A gentleman. I love a gentleman in the canyons willing to let this supremely quick Jetta by. You know, the power delivery of it is really good. So, if I without prying, how much do you think you've spent on this car? Has it been way too much, or has it been pretty reasonable?
Well, the limited slip and the clutch was definitely like at least 4K.
That's a lot. Yeah.
And the turbo was 25 installed, I think. So
you're pretty committed to this car. I get the bug. We're behind like a motorcycle gang here. I get the bug. And actually, you know what though? It's. I mean, if you don't care about the money, or if you are, I don't want to say don't care, but if you're willing to let the money go, you know, and then not think about it after that, you have a nicely balanced car here.
Yeah, that's what my friends say too.
Yeah, it's good, I think, and the interior is held up nice. 60,000 miles. These seats are very comfortable. This is good. Seriously, man, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because you bought me a memory card. I really like your car.
Thanks, man.
It's and it doesn't really exhibit a lot of the bad things that a front-wheel drive car would exhibit. There's zero torque steer, and I'm talking zero. Like, was there torque steer? Did you do the power before the diff, or did you do it at the same time?
I did the diff before the power.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a prepared man right there. I did
the turbo last. That was the last thing on my list.
So you did suspension, brakes, then diff, then power.
Yep.
That is a smart man. Yeah, get the rest of the car ready for the power.
Exactly.
I love this new speed shifter. It's really good.
Oh yeah, it's definitely helping.
Yeah. Wow. I'm not even kidding, dude. I'm impressed here, because you'd think something would be something to complain about. I got nothing. I got nothing to complain about. The grip is good on these super sports.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of these vibrations from these cracks in the road, but it's like nothing you really even think about. There's no squeaks or rattles. I mean, I'm not going super balls out, but I mean, I'm not going really slow, and it's really composed. It's good.
Thanks, man.
You've done well, Rostam. Good job, sir. The heel toe towing action of this car is like perfect. The pedals are like nicely spaced,
perfectly aligned.
and with the aftermarket shifter, you get rid of basically every complaint I have about Volkswagen shifters, which are really just that they're a little like loose-ish.
Yeah,
I mean?
they were definitely very loose. This is so much tighter.
It's much tighter, but it's not like it's not too much effort. It just makes it more precise.
Exactly.
I just for the first time I got a little bit of blow-off noise there. I didn't hear any blow-off noise earlier.
Yeah, I like to talk a lot.
Yeah, and actually it's unlike the Fords and a lot of the newer factory turbo stuff that I drive. It's got power up top. It's emphasizing that turbo power.
Yeah, there's a lot of power up top.
Very cool, man. Very cool. I like it. Yeah, this is a great combination. If you fill the car, will it rub? If you put 4 people in the car?
Actually, I went on Santiago last night with 4 people in the car.
And you were good?
No rubbing.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, ride height's perfect.
That stance stuff, it doesn't do it for me. I like a car where if you hit a bump, you don't hear.
Yeah, exactly. I like performance.
I feel you. Well, thank you very much, Rostam.
No problem.
I imagine we can learn a lot more about your car at your Wheelwell page.
Yes, sir.
You can. Check out his Wheelwell page. I'll put a link in the description, and we can learn more about Rostam's Jetta. This is a very well-sorted car. If you have a Jetta, go and look at his Wheelwell page and get it set up like this, because this is probably the best Jetta I've ever driven. Let's go drive some more cars. I will see you guys next week.